Hi, I'm Shane from Vocal Booth to Go, and this is our soon-to-be mobile recording studio. In this video, we'll be giving you an in-depth explanation of how we did our first step in the soundproofing process, installing the Dynamat. The first layer of our soundproofing process consists of Dynamat. Dynamat is a butyl-based adhesive-backed material that decreases vibrations from metal. But before we put the Dynamat on, we had to remove all additional hardware, the metal wall between the front of the van and the back, and remove the lights as well. Here you can see a picture of what the van looks like after all the hardware, the wall, and the lights were removed. Before installing the Dynamat, we were concerned that the beams across the ceiling were going to create too many vibrations, so we decided to fill them in with spray insulation to prevent this issue. The clip you're seeing now is me installing one sheet of Dynamat. Installing the Dynamat was a very tedious process. I had to make sure that the Dynamat conformed to the shape of the van. I also had to make sure the Dynamat would stay in place. This was the majority of the process. As you can see in the video, I'm spending a lot of time pushing it and pressuring it into place so it conforms to the shape of all the beams across the ceiling. Here you can see a small piece of Dynamat that we cut out in order to get to the smaller areas that were harder to reach. This is a good example of how meticulous the process was. We had to slowly remove the paper backing as we put it into place to make sure it fits snug and formed to the shape of the van. An important thing to know about the Dynamat is that it can be difficult to handle. It has a very sharp aluminum siding that I cut my hands on quite a few times. If you plan on installing Dynamat, I would recommend using gloves or something that protects your hands. We used cloth to pressure it into place so we didn't cut ourselves. Once the Dynamat was in place, we made cuts in certain areas so that it would fold into the crevices and cavities. This is the finished product. You can see how closely the Dynamat follows the shape of the van. This is what we did when we were pressing it into place to make sure it stuck to all parts of the van. You can also see the overlapping of the Dynamat to ensure a continuous fashion. That's it for this update. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll be showing you how we build the partition, how we route the electrical and the AC through it. Thanks for watching.